My name is Stephen Denisevich, and I wanted to go over my final female rig. I have been making changes up until the last minute. I wanted to show you a lot of the different things that I've been able to do here with my rig. So I'm going to pop open as much as possible. Here's my female rig and all the various different things over here on the right. Most of the things are visible. Some things currently aren't, making it a little bit easier to kind of see what's going on. So let's get rid of these joints so you can just see the rig. So this was modeled from scratch, all custom modeled. If you can see all the different polygon flow here, it matches a lot of the various muscle structure of the human body. We have your flat chest muscles, which beveled out into the breasts. We have the shoulder structures with the arm coming up around the shoulder, and then here around the neck, curving underneath of the neck to give it an effect of actual neck muscles. So here in the arm, we have your little biceps, which again kind of curve around, kind of meet into the rest of the body, giving a more natural deformation. You can see on the back here, the buttocks and the back shoulders kind of work a little bit like the shoulder blades, but have a lot of different and are modeled as such. You can see the back of the arms as well with the elbow hits. You can get the nice deformation here where that bends. Going down to the groin area, we can see here that we have the different hip bones here, the 5 stars here that come down and around the groin, giving this a particular bulge. Then that comes down through the legs where the kneecaps are. Get a little bit of this here in the back to give a little bit of pudge. And then here in the feet, we have the structures of the foot coming down and then kind of like essentially going out into each of the toe digits with all the fingernails attached. Beautiful. Same thing for the hand. Same thing as the toes. They're just a little bit longer. The thumb is a little bit different where it comes out of the side and kind of gets extruded around. All the fingers, though, are pretty similar. So here for the face, we have the eye circles. We have the mouth circle, which essentially kind of meets up with the eye circles, which gives it a nice sort of deformation. The lips and the eyes work about the same, where you have them kind of meet in the center on the left and the right. They should go straight back, and they should hit the pretty detailed ear, which matches up perfectly with the face. All right. So that was the first part, was the modeling aspect of it. What I'm going to show now is some of the weight painting. So we created the joint structure, and from the joint structure we started weight painting. I'm still weight painting till this day, and I will be essentially until everything's probably until the last moment I ever use this model. So here we can see the different deformations that I've painted all the way through the right and the spine, up into the chest, all that sort of area. A lot of the chest area and the arm area and stuff, you get a lot of really nice blend here to give a little bit of a nice deformation, etc. Weight painting proved to be one of the longest and arduous tasks of this particular project, and it's something I'm still technically working on, especially now that the rig is in place. I keep playing with the weight painting every day. So let's move on to the rig. For the rig, I've been spending a lot of time with this wonderful book called Anatomy of Movement by Blandine Gallus Germain, who does a lot of really wonderful illustrations for how for artists and for essentially anyone, talk about how bone and muscle structures work. I put a bunch of these drawings that I repeated from them in our final folder. I did that in hopes to have more of a understanding of some of the different structures. So you can see here, I used a lot of the different verbiages, and I did a little bit of rough sketches to help me better understand what's actually, going on in the effect of everything. we have the bone structures as well, something that the book covers a lot. This was a way for me to help kind of understand and remember in my own head how things work. Okay, so for the rig, once the bones were made and the weighting was done, the rig started. So here we have the root. This is essentially moving the entire character around. You can see its hands are locked because of the IK handle that are currently on there, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Here we have the hips. I'm going to rotate here. You can see how it rotates all the way up. That's because the twist is essentially pushed all the way up through the top. Going up a little further, I can twist even more specific. I can also bend down and bend back up. Pretty sweet. And back. Now here's the chest cage, which is what I use the most for everything. You can see it twists and bends pretty naturally based off of everything. Here we have the collarbone. This is the collarbone structure that help with the collarbone deformation. Here on the left we have this other deformation, and obviously I'm still seeing things I want to keep weight painting, all that cool stuff. Always perfecting this model. Here at the hips, we get a nice little hip movement, back and forth, etc. These are for each of the different hips, so I can displace the leg if I need to help get a better deformation or animation in the process. So the next thing is we have our neck controller, which controls the head. The head is currently set to point at this eye sort of tracker, in the sense that it's always following this. So if I move this to the right or the left, it pops up and it follows the tracker. Yes, it does. So here, if I change that, that's all attached to this. Head aim set to 0. Now, if I move the neck, it goes freely without any worries whatsoever. Beautiful. I can always use this too to also aim just the head where I want it to go. Obviously, you wouldn't twist that much. So yeah, cool. All right. So the arm IKs, we have each of the arms. We move those around. They have natural deformations, similar to the book that I was referencing before. Cool. Each of the fingers as well. If you go down to the controls here, you can see that I have my curl and my not curl. And when you curl them, the fingers go in and out separately. They're all stuck around the middle just because I wanted to make sure that I had a nice baseline. Cool. So here at the legs are controlled with these controllers here at the bottom, and you can go in and out. So they're all set up with IK. IK is what I've been really working on the most and working with the most, sorry. But you can see here, yeah, we have a whole kick and snap. Same thing with here, which might give you a better idea of how the deformations look. Here, you can see where it bends and snaps. And it goes back and forth, creating the version of the buttocks and the fold there at the buttocks, depending on where you look at it. Cool. This is your setup switch between FK and IK. And then, yeah, that's about it. So in doing this process, I have created a quick few second animation just to make sure that I can kind of see everything. And as I go through the animation, it's helping me figure out what parts need to be more deformed and which parts need to be more weight painted, etc. So I'm just going to scrub through. So she's dancing, and then she's pointing. Beautiful. It goes real quick because it's not set to the right time. Animation preferences. Real time. Safe. A little bit rough, but I'm still working on it. Thank you. It's been a wonderful quarter working on this, and I plan to work on this over the summer. Thank you very much.